salutations to you. I am so glad that you were willing to take time out of your busy schedule to join me for this 5-part series entitled Life Tips from the Ship, based on the 14th chapter of Matthew, verses 22 through 33. Today, we're going to move on and focus on verses 28 through 30. That will be our thematic text for today, and from the King James Version, it reads as thus.
And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me.
At this point in our text, Jesus is coming to the disciples, and he's walking on the water. He's walking on the water, and he's already confirmed to them that it is he. He has told them to be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. And yet, even in the face of that confirmation, Peter, standing in the ship, says, Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come unto thee on the water. Within the confines of that request, he's asking Jesus to once again to confirm that it is he. And then not only is he asking Jesus to confirm once again that it is he, he's also delineated how Jesus is to confirm that it is he. He's saying, Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come walk on the water. So he's actually going to walk on the water based on the faithfulness of Jesus and not so much on his faith, because he's actually still in doubt. He's still functioning from fear and tradition. He's still thinking that it just might be a ghost. He's still fearful, and yet Jesus says to him, come. That one simple word statement says come, but within the confines of that statement, what Jesus is saying is, I know you're not ready for this. I know you're not ready for this supernatural anointing of walking on water, but I'm going to allow you to walk on water anyhow, because I love you and because I'm going to allow you to go through this faith failure kind of situation so that you can grow from it. So when Peter loses sight of his supernatural anointing and starts sinking, he cries out, Lord, save me. And Jesus, out of his faithfulness, indeed saves him. But I need you to understand, when we have a faith failure, it doesn't surprise God. When we ask for God for things that we're not ready and he gives it to us, it's not designed to destroy us. It's designed to help us to see who we really are. It's help us to see that we're not all that we think that we are sometimes. Tip number 4 from the ship is this. Sometimes God will give you what you ask for to show you that you're not ready for it so that he can get you ready for what he has planned for you. Peter wasn't ready for that supernatural anointing, and yet God allowed it to be so. This was not the last faith failure of Peter. As you look at the story, this is the same Peter that denied Jesus Christ 3 times. This is the same Peter that cut a man's ear off in the Garden of Gethsemane. But this is also the same man that in Acts 2 preached a sermon so powerful that 3,000 people were baptized and added to the church. That's a powerful anointing. But in order to get to that anointing, God had to take him through some things. God had to allow him to see that he wasn't all that he thought he was. God had to grow Peter up. And I need you to understand that each and every situation that we go through, each and every time that we have a faith failure, it's just God trying to grow us up. Every time we mess up, we need to see it as a setup for a step up, to step up closer to God, to step up in our faith, to step up and realize that we need to depend totally on Jesus Christ and stop depending on ourselves. And we also need to realize that no matter how many times we may fail, God hasn't given up on us. We need to realize and understand that God is still working through us and with us. We need to be confident of this very thing, that he which begun a good work in us will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. God is not finished with us. If we're still here, he's still working on us. He's still trying to grow us up. But listen, the good news is, he'll never give up on us. He'll never stop trying to encourage us. And every time we mess up, all we have to do is reach out and say, Lord, help me. Lord, save me.